The number 9 has some incredible properties. It is the highest digit in mathematics. Reversing a number's digits, then subtracting the smaller from the larger, always gives a multiple of 9. If you multiply 9 by any number and then add up the digits, you get 9 again, or a multiple of 9. The number 0 is an even number. A number is called even if it can be divided by 2 without a remainder, and 0 divided by any number is always 0. The number 7 is the most popular number among people. 10 factorial seconds are exactly 6 weeks. 10 factorial is actually 3,628,806 weeks. That is 42 days, are exactly 3,628,800 seconds. Here's what you do. Pick any 4-digit number with at least 2 different digits. Arrange its digits in ascending and descending order, then subtract the smaller number from the larger. Repeat this process a few times and you'll always get the mystical number 6,174. If you do this whole thing with the number 6,174 itself, you'll get 6,174 again on the very first try. We know that it's not possible to fold a sheet of paper 8 times. But let's imagine we could fold it 50 times. How thick would it be then? After each fold, the sheet is twice as thick as before, so after folding it 9 times, the sheet would be 5 cm thick. After 10 folds, it would be 10 cm thick. After 14 folds, it would reach 1.6 meters. So if you could fold it 50 times, it would have a height of 150 million kilometers. That's the distance from the Earth to the Sun. Imagine wrapping a rope around the Earth once and pulling it so tight that nothing could fit underneath it. This rope would then be about 40,000 kilometers long. If you now cut the rope and extend it by 1 meter, you could theoretically lift it equally high everywhere. What's your estimate of the rope's height above Earth? Could an ant crawl through then? The rope would be 16 centimeters from the Earth. That's hard to believe, but that's not only the case if you do this experiment on Earth. No matter which object you use, there will always be a 16 cm wide gap if you lengthen the rope by 1 meter. How long would it take to count from 1 to 1 billion if you counted around the clock and said 1 number per second? It would take around 31.7 years. How large does a group of people need to be for there to be a 50-50 chance that 2 people share the same birthday? Mathematically speaking, the group only needs to have 23 people for there to be a 50% chance that 2 people have the same birthday. With a group of 75 people, the probability is already 99%. Imagine there are 3 boxes. Only one of them has money inside, the other 2 are empty. The probability of picking the box with the money is 1/3. Let's say you pick box A. At this point, you're told that box C is empty. Now you can change your mind and choose box B, which is still closed. Would it make more sense to stick with A or to switch to B? Or does it not matter at all? In fact, it makes sense to switch to box B, so your chances of winning actually double by switching. Imagine the same game with 100 boxes. If you pick one box and they show you 98 empty boxes, of course you would switch to the other box. Butterflies have 12,000 eyes and around 160,000 species exist worldwide. For example, many plants in their structure show the Fibonacci numbers or the golden ratio. The sunflower seeds of a sunflower, for example, are arranged in spirals, the number of which is given by the Fibonacci sequence. The petals and seeds are set at a golden angle of 137.5 degrees. Nature is full of Fibonacci numbers. What exactly the Fibonacci numbers and the golden ratio are all about and how they are connected, we will see in the next 2 episodes. Three people go to a restaurant to eat something. The bill comes to a total of 25 euros. So each of the 3 people puts a 10 euro bill on the table. So the waiter brings back 5 euros in coins. Each person takes 1 euro from the returned money, so the waiter gets 2 euros as a tip. To sum up again, each person gave 10 euros and got 1 euro back. That makes 9 euros. There were 3 of them, so 3 times 9 is 27 euros. The waiter got 2 euros. 27 plus 2 is 29. The question is, where is the last euro? Albert Einstein found out that moving clocks tick more slowly. This means that time is relative and always depends on which frame of reference you are in. That simply means that, for example, when we travel by train, time passes more slowly on the train than for someone who is not moving in a closed system, but it's so minimal that it can't be perceived. But if you could fly at nearly the speed of light, that is, at almost 300,000 kilometers per second, then it's different. If an astronaut were to travel for about 70 years for a normal observer on Earth in such a spaceship, then for the astronaut only 10 years would have passed. So he would return to Earth and his children would be older than him. This would be a journey into the future.